Hello and welcome to another episode of IBI On Site. I'm your host, Hayden Grove, here at beautiful Canal Park in Akron, Ohio, where things look a little bit different than they did just 1 year ago. The Rubber Ducks have come into town, replacing the Arrows, and there's a whole new energy and life to this ballpark that we're going to take you through. Without further delay, let's get right to it. All right, we're going to start off our action here in Akron with Jim Piascik from Indians Baseball Insider. He's working on a couple of different things right now. Used to cover the Akron Arrows pretty regularly because that's what they were back then. So now it's a different team. What do you think of all the changes going on here?
I mean, changes have been great, for the place. Ken Babby, the owner's been trying to energize this team, energize the area, and it seems to be working. See a lot of Rubber Duck stuff around. See a lot of excitement in the park when you come out.
Now, there's a lot of excitement going on, but there's a lot of change with the players as well. Who this year have you seen that's impressed you thus far?
I mean, number one, it always has to be Francisco Lindor. You you come to the park, you see the top prospect in the system, and one of the top prospects in baseball. He comes out, he hits. He plays great defense. He's still learning the consistency, every play. But he's still so young. That makes sense. You see why he's going to be special.
Right, and there's another guy at third base that's off to a very hot start, Giovanni Urshela, the guy next to Lindor. Didn't hit all that well last year. This year he's making a big impression. Why do you think that is?
It's been what they've been working on with him. It's the idea that he has the ability to hit a lot of pitches around the zone, but they're trying to get him to key in on the ones that are good to hit. And so far he's been looking to get better pitches to hit, and he's been punishing them. He has that power. Now he's just showing it in games.
Now, what can we expect from him going forward? I mean, obviously he wasn't all that great a prospect, but this year he seems to really be hitting his stride. Can we see him in AAA by the end of the year?
It's possible since he's repeating here, but he's also been young for the level basically every step he's been. So repeating doesn't hurt him as much. But he's still young to be here in AA, and he's in great shape. They could call him up, they could not. But once you get to AA, you're more or less there. You're one step away, even if AAA is kind of a finishing school.
Now, there's another guy that you wanted to talk about, an outfielder who's made a big impression as well. Fast, athletic. Can you let us know about him?
Bryson Miles, we talked about him, every year. Power speed combo. That's what you get when you come out to see him. He can hit a home run, like he did, the other day. Saw him hit a home run. The next at bat, he dropped on a bunt single. He's capable of doing it all. Had some issues with staying healthy, but as long as he's on the field, he's exciting and great guy to watch.
It is kind of an all-star cast of players here in Canal Park, and there's another guy that I want to talk about who is not playing that well, and that's Tyler Naquin, struggling a little bit right now. What are you seeing out of him that's causing these struggles?
It's kind of the issue where that jump from high A to AA can just be brutal for players. You're going from, a good collection of pitchers in the Carolina League, and then you go up to AA in the Eastern League. Everyone's better, and that adjustment's really hard to make. It's really one where you have to make the adjustments. You have to look within yourself and figure out what's working, what's not working. And right now, that's kind of what he's learning. He's got a lot of strikeouts. He had a lot of strikeouts last year, and he has to figure out how to make the adjustments to make better contact.
Well, before we get into pitchers, are there any other position players that you want to talk about?
Let's see.
Ryan LaHair just got called up.
Ryan LaHair just got called up. But more importantly, I'd say Joe Wendell's, he's another one. They're making the adjustments. Same with Jordan Smith. They're making the adjustments. But 20, 25 games in, what can you really say? It's still too small a sample to say anyone's good, bad, terrible, whatever. So, they're getting there. Wendell's looked a little better, but, they're making the adjustments. They're getting used to the Eastern League.
All right, as we try to make our way past these mowers behind us, I do want to talk about the pitching staff, and the one guy in particular that's really blowing everyone away right now, Kyle Crockett. Hype really got through the system quickly, draft pick last year. Talk a little bit about what has made him so successful thus far.
I mean, what makes him successful is just he's so good. He's a left-hander, and he doesn't look like a lefty one-out guy. He's not that. He throws too many pitches. He throws them too well. He has the ability to be more than just a one batter guy, and he gets the results. He hasn't allowed a run in AA. And it's only been 17, 18 innings, but that's still impressive.
That is absolutely crazy. And I was just wondering if there's any other starters, anybody else that's catching your eye right now.
I mean, Cody Anderson's one of the best prospects, pitching prospects in the system. The results aren't quite there yet, but he's also pretty raw as a pitcher. He didn't pitch as much in college coming into the system, so he's still learning how to be a pitcher. So the fact that he can do what he can, it's great. It's great for the system.
Now, well, before we close here, I just want to get your overall expectations of the year for the Rubber Ducks. I keep wanting to say Arrows, folks. The Rubber Ducks. What are your expectations for them throughout this season?
I mean, the goal always is player development. They need to, you develop players. You get people like Tony Walters. We didn't talk about him earlier. You teach him how to be a catcher. You teach him how to be a better hitter. You look for them to develop, you look for them to get better. Someone like Naquin's struggling now. Does he get better in the second half? Does he get better in the next 40 games? It's all about the play development. It's great when they come out and win, but more importantly, you want to see them grow. You want to come out and see the top prospects like Lindor perform, and you just want to see the future of the Major League team.
Well, now that we've talked all about the future of the Major League team, when we get back, we're going to talk to one of these guys, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I think you'll have a pretty good guess. Stick around. I'm joined now by one of the Indians' top prospects in their organization, Mr. Francisco Lindor. It's a beautiful day today, isn't it?
Yes, super pretty outside, and it's nice. It's finally warm.
It's been cold here in Akron, but your bat's been pretty hot. How have you made the adjustments going from level to level? Last year you finished the year here in Akron. What has the adjustment been like going from level to level for you?
It's been fun. First of all, it's been fun. And it's been a pleasure being with the group of guys that I've been with, and with the coaching staff, Wally, Odor, Harry. They've been great for me, and they've been helping me at each level that I've been going through. And basically it's a game of adjustments, so you got to make them. You got to make sure you do it quick. You got to do it quick. You can't linger with an adjustment. Just be a month with it. You got to make it quick and try to be the best you can.
Now you have you are one of the top prospects, obviously, and that might give you a lot of pressure. How do you feel? How do you deal with that pressure in just being the top guy right now?
To be honest, I don't have me any pressure. I mean, I could be I've been telling everybody, I could be the last player in minor league baseball. I still got to go out there and perform. I mean, at the end of the day, is what I can do to help my team win that day, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't put pressure on myself. I just try to go out there and have fun, enjoy, and have a smile.
Well, you do work hard, and can you take us a little bit? I've heard that you've had a little bit of a routine. Can you take us a little bit through your routine, what you do when you get to the ballpark?
I get to the ballpark, I change, I go to the weight room, try to make sure I'm stretched, loose, probably jump in the bike, maybe run. It depends how I feel that day. I could do a jump rope, make sure I do some core exercises, and then after I go hit in the cage, and then come back, do BP, do what I gotta do in BP, and then go inside. I gotta shower, I gotta eat, and I gotta take a nap. If I don't take a nap before the game, it might not be the best game.
So you do work hard. Where did you get that work ethic from as we get bombarded here?
I think I got it from my family, my mom, my dad, and then watching other players, watching older players that I've been fortunate enough to play with them. I've been learning a lot from them, and it's just you pick and choose what you want, and you kind of incorporate it to your game, and that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to incorporate new things to my game and make sure that way it can help me out on the field when I go out to the field.
But this year, the Rubber Ducks have a lot of changes. Obviously, the new uniforms, the new logos. How has that made the players excited? Has that made you excited to be a part of this right now?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the first year that Akron Rubber Ducks are out here. So, I mean, it's fun for us. We try to embrace it, and we try to have fun with it, and try to be the best team we can be.
Now, speaking of team, there are a lot of top prospects here, a lot of great guys you get to play with. What's it like getting to play with so many of these talented players on every given day?
It's fun. It makes my job easier. Having Wendell at second base, having Running Rod at second base, having Michelle at third base, having Naquin at center field, Tony Walters catching, having Cody Anderson on the mound, having Crockett on the mound. Having all those different guys, Colon, whatever, whoever's on the mound, it makes makes my job easier when I got to cover more range. I got G on third base. I don't have to cover as much as ground. I don't have to cover as much ground to second base because I got Wendell and Ronnie over there. So it makes it easier for me, and it makes me better. It makes me a better player because they work hard and try to work hard to be the best player I can be. I help them, they help me, and we a team.
Now, speaking of getting better, do you learn anything from these veteran players? There's a lot of veteran guys here. Tyler Holt, guys who have been here for been in the league for a long time. What do you get from them?
I just watch them and try to pick up how they go out with their business. How they doing it to be a good ball player. That's such a high. This is not the highest level, but it's pretty high compared to other levels. So it's just watch them, learn from them, and try to be the best player I can be.
Now, it's early in the season, but what kind of expectations do you have for this year? Do you expect to see yourself in progressive field by the end of the year? What do you expect of yourself this season?
I expect myself to become a better player and be the best player I can be, and just try to learn as much as I can and enjoy the process. And everybody here, that's their goal, to be in the big leagues. Whether it's this year, whether it's next year, whether it's whenever, they're just trying to learn. They're just trying to become the best player they can be. So, like I said, it's just I want to be the best player I can be and help the Akron Rubber Ducks win, and hopefully, God willing, when I get called up, help the Indians win.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Be on the lookout for more from IBI coming up next. When we get back, we'll get an exclusive tour of all the changes going on here at Canal Park from Rubber Ducks owner Ken Babby. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it.
This is Jim Piascik, promoing my new feature on IBI. It's called The War Room, and it's going into the advanced metrics of the minor league team, looking at things like walk rate plus, strikeout rate plus, WAR, all those numbers, but putting it in language you can understand, going the next level in understanding what's going on with the minor league system. You can check it out every Sunday on IBI.
All right, as promised, I'm here with the Akron Rubber Ducks owner, Ken Babby, who's going to take us through all the changes today. First, we're going to start out with the game, correct?
Yeah, we're right here in right field here of Canal Park, and what you see right behind us is our brand new restaurant, the Game Grill and Bar. It's opened up about 3 weeks ago. We're absolutely thrilled. Open year-round, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All-American City Grill with great food and great affordable pricing.
You want to take a look inside?
Yeah, let's go do it.
All right, well, here we are inside the Game, a new bar and restaurant here at Canal Park. Now, Ken, tell us a little bit about what's going on in this building.
Sure, so you're in the right field corner of Canal Park. Now, this area where we were sitting would have been storage almost maybe 6 months ago. We gutted the space, created an open-air restaurant with open windows right here on South Main Street in downtown Akron. Windows and doors that open right into the ballpark. You can hear the music playing from the Tiki Bar in right field. It's a real electric environment, open 360 days a year, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come down and check it out.
Now, it will be open after the games, before the games?
Yep. So we open up every day in the morning for breakfast at 7 a.m., on the weekends for brunch at 10 a.m. We're open till 10 p.m., 7 days a week, with a bar that stays open a little bit later on game days.
Now, what kind of food can people expect? Can they drink as well?
It's all American food, great bar, great grill, awesome drinks, frozen drinks in the summertime, and just come on down and check it out. Bloody Mary bar on the weekend, all you can drink Bloody Marys, terrific experience.
Well, there you go. That's enough right there. You can also see the field from the view right here. So we're going to move to another location. Where do you want to go next?
Awesome. Let's go out to the Tiki Bar.
Sounds good to me. Let's head out there. Okay, here we are back in right field, and where are we now, Mr. Babby?
I had to put my shades on. We're here in Tiki Terrace in right field, overlooking beautiful Canal Park, and of course the music you hear is coming from our band playing here at the Tiki Bar. This is really great space to come sit out in the sun. The sun shines right on you. Great mixed drinks under our thatched roof and our tiki bar.
Now this area behind me, this used to be bleachers, am I correct?
Yeah, so we pulled out the old aluminum bleachers. It was either too hot or too cold to sit on them, and fans told us they wanted something different, so we said, why not build the largest tiki bar and tiki terrace in Northeast Ohio?
Well, there it is, the largest tiki bar and tiki terrace in Northeast Ohio. Now, are there any deals in terms of drinks and whatnot for fans?
Yeah, so on different game nights, so on Sundays we do our Bloody Mary bars, we do in the restaurant, we do frozen margaritas on Monday nights and tequila on Tuesdays. You can come down every day, there's another special going on at the tiki bar.
All right, well, be sure to come here to right field to the Tiki Bar. Where are we going next?
We are headed all the way to left field to Foul Territory, the newest picnic space here at Canal Park.
All right, we're here in a brand new part of the ballpark called Foul Territory. Now, this used to be seating, and what are we looking at now?
So you're sitting in an area where we removed about 1,000 seats. About 1,200 seats were removed from this space to build a really dynamic picnic space. A seat in Foul Territory costs just $20. It includes all of your food and beverage for the night. So behind the tent you see here, Foul Territory, this is for groups of 25 or larger. Come on in, come to the ballpark, grab a great seat, and you're literally about 15 feet from the third baseman.
Now, how do you, if you are not a group of 25, you can still sit here, correct?
Yep, we have 2 rows in the front called Duck Row with swivel seats, mesh back seating, and waiter-waitress service. So those seats are just $17. You come on in and you have a great experience, and we'll deliver the food right to you.
Now, what kind of food are we talking about here? Because at the game it was All-American. Here, I think it's a little bit of a different setup.
It's more of a picnic-style food here. Again, burgers, again, hot dogs, chips. This is more of your summer barbecue fare. We'll do grilled chicken out here, coleslaw, you know, all the condiments that come with that, iced tea, lemonade, you know, cookies as well. So this is a great sort of picnic environment.
All right, well, that's about all the time we have today to take you through the ballpark. You got to come down here and experience it for yourself, isn't that right?
It's absolutely fantastic. Come down and see what $5.5 million of renovations to Canal Park looks like here. We're all about affordable, family fun, $5 tickets, $2 hot dogs. Come on in and see what this is all about. It's Akron Rubber Ducks baseball, and it's right here in downtown Akron.
Mr. Babby, thank you so much for taking us around today. We hope to see you here at the ballpark. Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed your inside look here at all things going on with the Rubber Ducks, and hopefully you'll be able to make it down to Canal Park to check out the changes for yourselves. Be on the lookout for another episode of IBI On Site next week as we take you through another location within the Indians organization. For Indians Baseball Insider and IBI On Site, I'm Hayden Grove. We'll catch you next time.